What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Comic Jaunt. We are a part of the lovely BS Podcast Network. I don't know what else to say. Laters.
Full disclaimer, the episode you're about to witness is my, Jason, and Haven Rain's personal opinion and outlooks. We do not mean to generalize anyone who is going through depression or has had it before. This is just our personal opinions and our personal takes on there. Full disclaimer beforehand, and we're going to do it a few times during the episode. I have had challenges with it myself, so some of the accounts will be first-hand accounts. So it doesn't seem like we're just talking about something we've never experienced or been around. We both have been around it. We've both experienced it. So just give me the heads up to curve some of that enthusiasm. And any comments, concerns, questions, you can send a comment to our Facebook page, which is Comic Jaunt on Facebook. Just type it in. That's our handle. Or direct it to us on Twitter. We'll respond within the hour. Any comment, concerns, let us know. We just don't want to be offensive while we're trying to educate, if you will. Thank you for listening and goodbye. Well, get on with the episode, as I say.
Hey everybody, this is Emotions and By the way, I stole it from you. And today I am Jason and returning from her Caribbean vacation. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, hey, everybody. I'm Haven. And today's episode is about, I don't know if you heard about the case where this girl, Michelle Carter, was, I think, sentenced to like 15 months in prison for involuntary manslaughter over the death of her boyfriend, Conrad, I believe.
Yes.
Who committed suicide. Now, this is a very interesting and touchy subject. So if this triggers anybody, if these type of things triggers you, I guess just don't listen.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, just a disclaimer there, guys. But so here's the thing. They were dating and he had history of depression. You know, he would talk about killing himself. And, at first she was telling him, no, don't do it. You got so much to live for. All the good stuff. And then at some point, she basically started encouraging him to do it, And at one time, these text messages are actually available online. At one point, she said to him, something, so when are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? I think she said tomorrow or something. And he was like, I don't know, eventually. And she was like, see, I knew you wasn't going to do it. I knew you would all talk. And it's like, what? And then she started do it this day. You can do it like this. You can pick up these materials from this store. Like, very hands-on about helping him kill himself. And during the way I don't want to really say too much because I don't want people to get any ideas, but basically he was in his car and some type of thing to basically the carbon monoxide would fill up the car,
Yes.
Out of the car and they was on the phone and he said that he was scared and he didn't want to do it. And she said, get back in that car. What?
Yeah.
Hold up. What? Get back in the car?
What do you... I don't understand. Because, okay. All right. So when she was trying to be supportive and be like, all right, not supportive in the do it, but like in the don't do it, I was like, okay, cool. Well, I wouldn't say we all. A lot of people have had those moments where like, I'm not sure if I want to do this or not. And they got those friends like, nah, you shouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Encourage you that life is worth living, or to give it a day, as my friend would say.
I like that.
And then she just like flipped the script and she was just like, nah, you should do it. And when I was reading, when you sent me that video and like those articles, I was like, hold up. Why?
Why? I don't get it. And it's your boyfriend. So it's not like it's some random dude from school. Like, I'm assuming you know him very well. You have feelings for him. Why would you do that?
Like she's pushing him to. It's crazy. Good. Show outrage.
Because I'm looking at it as we all know those people who say a lot of things, but they're very easily influenced. So you might hate Brock Lesnar, right? And then you have someone who loves him. And then once you be like, ew, you like Brock? They're like, oh, I mean, not really. He's okay. And they kind of just roll with what you say, right? This boy kind of seemed as if, maybe he had a rough time sometimes. Depression is nothing to joke about, and it's not easy. So it's like he probably had feelings sometimes like, oh, I probably should end it all. But when you have someone saying, yeah, you should do it this way, these people, it will be painless. They won't find you. Like when someone saying these things to you and you don't have a strong mind, it can make you feel like, yeah, this is the right thing to do. You know what I mean? He was young. I think he's like 18 or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, life gets better. You understand? And they said he had a good life. It's just, some people, they battle with whatever they battle with. But for you to tell him to get back in the car after he was in the middle of it and was like, I don't want to do it, I'm scared. And you better get back in that car. Like, what?
It doesn't make any sense.
And he could still be alive had she not said that. Because he was out of the damn car. Like, you know how much this bothers me? And I don't know anyone involved, but it bothers me so much.
And I'm with you too, because like, again, full disclosure, when people are in that state of mind, they look out to somebody like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, someone really close, because they don't want to do. Well, I wouldn't say they don't want to do this, but they want someone to convince them not to.
Right.
Want somebody to push them back on the edge. Push is the wrong word to use, but you get what I'm saying. They want somebody to balance them out. That's why they tell people. A lot of times they tell people because they want somebody to explain to them why they shouldn't do it, what they got going for them, etc., etc. So he thought, his girlfriend had been, so he can find it in her. Because a lot of times, like when you said, the moments of weakness, things like that, they have these people who are close to them for those exact moments. I know I do. I have somebody who's really close to me. If I'm feeling like that kind of way or anything like that, I have that person that I go to specifically because I know they can say all the right things to balance me out. And the fact that someone took that trust, because that's an extreme amount of trust, to be the one person they go to for this stuff, in a literal life or death situation, and you're going to push them to the edge. And please explain why she did it too, because that's the part that gets me the most.
You know what actually bothers me? So at this point, she knew when it was going down. They said she even sent messages after she already knew it was done, saying, "Oh, hey, where are you? I'm worried about you," And then she texted his sister talking about, I haven't spoken to your brother. Do you know where he is? And then she started some Facebook page, about supporting him and everything. And she's talking to her friends like, oh, she's going to be famous because she started this Facebook page in memory of him. And it's like, bro, you fake. like how, I feel like she had every intention and knew exactly what she was doing of having him commit suicide, because you encouraged it so much, and then you're pretending like you didn't know he did it. You're sending text messages to his phone. You're asking his sister if she knows where he is. You know where he is, So it's like, if none of that was a fact, that would still be a problem. But it's like, it's so much that points to she knew exactly what she was doing.
Exactly. And like,
yeah.
And some people were trying to defend her by saying, her medicine was off and she was chemically unbalanced. But my thing against that is a period of time. And it's one thing to have like a chemical imbalance and, you do something kind of crazy or wild. She planned this out. She was trying to come with a Facebook page, how to get rich and famous.
And it was over the course of some time. It's not like it happened that day she started taking the medicine. You know what I mean? Like, it's over the course. And I'm like, I don't, like, it's sneaky. You tell someone to kill themselves and then you ask their sister if they know where they are because you haven't spoken to them. You're being very sneaky. You know, it's like you're trying to cover your tracks. Like, oh, hey, I don't know where he is either. I didn't speak to him. Like, it's
Right.
just doing those things is like you went that extra mile to really make it seem like you had no clue of what was happening.
And that's the thing. And I feel like it was a long drawn out plan, like you said, because she got close to him. Whether that was part of her plan or not, she got really close to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get into that bubble, you get into that zone of people that they confide in. And from what we've heard, she was the number one person he confided in.
Yep.
When you're in that bubble, you can do and say whatever you like. And they'll trust you. They'll believe you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's bad. Most time in people's lives, we maybe have one or two people who are in that bubble. Like when you date somebody and you date them for a long time, you tell them I call it the real I love yous. Like we mean it and stuff. Not the I love you after the first date. But anyway. But when you exchange those and the heartbreak from breaking up with them, that's because you have to take them out of that bubble. And you and she was a part of him, and the fact she betrayed that is horrible. And the most disgusting thing when I get back to the court case is that the argument was she responsible or not?
Mm-hmm.
Look, people can debate with me, they can argue with me. I think she's 100% responsible.
I do too.
Because definitely because look, it's like I look at it like a therapist. Therapists are held responsible for convincing their patients to do one thing or another.
Mm-hmm.
And just because they have a degree doesn't mean that they're responsible. Someone without a degree isn't responsible. Because the flip is also true. If you try to counsel somebody and pretend to be a psychologist and you don't have a degree, you're still responsible. Like, she knew what she was doing. She planned it out. She thought it out. She came with backup plans. She came with the strategy to get rich and famous off it. And she literally told Guy to get back in the car.
That's crazy to me.
She did it. Like,
she did it.
Like, open and shut case, period. And like we were talking about this beforehand, still mad that it was like a slap on the wrist time.
Right. Because I think in her state, assisting someone in suicide is not a crime. And I get that because you have some people who might be, have some type of terminal disease and they're in a lot of pain and they just want you to help them end it. And that I get. But a boy who is not sure about if he wants to kill himself and you're encouraging him to do it, go ahead, get back in that car. You basically told him how to get it. Not only that, when the first plan she had told him to do, the little machine broke. And she was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? It's okay. That store should sell another one. Like, what? It just, it bothers me so much. So I feel like her case is not assisting in a suicide. You were literally convincing him to get back and do it after he chose not to. You was like, nah, go do it. She's responsible for that. I think 100%.
And I agree. She's the mastermind of this because he, like we said, he was like half in, half out. And that's with someone with that mental state, I totally understand and get about thing where you need somebody to convince you, hey, a lot of times we're in that mind frame. You want to do it, but at the same time, you want, how to say this perfectly, an excuse. If that makes sense. You want a reason why you shouldn't do it. Because,
you damn sure do.
Like, full disclosure, because I like saying that. I have a somewhat, well, that's not exactly true, chemical imbalance myself. And some days I feel that way. But obviously have my ways around it and things like that and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not to the extreme where these people are like, I'm going to plan it, I'm going to go to the store, and that crazy stuff. And when I say crazy, I mean, not like this is insane, but like when I use the word crazy, I mean doing a lot extra. You put we put like sprinkles on a ice cream. You put a crazy amount of sprinkles on there. It's just an adjective I use.
Yeah, you're crazy.
That was, but no, like no, and I totally get it because my chemical balance is one day I wake up sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to be around anybody. I don't leave me alone. I'm just not feeling it. I don't want to get out of bed. Some days I might sleep 14 hours. Again, 14 hours extreme. That doesn't usually happen. But I get that. I get how people can get to that level where they want to do that. I totally understand that. But I know with me, I have people who can get me out of bed, convince me to get up through the day, things like that. When I feel that way. With this kid, he's further along than that.
But here's the thing. If you, I don't like even talking about this, but if someone really truly wants to commit suicide, they're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, if they're sitting there telling someone, yo, I'm thinking about doing this, I'm about to do it, and they don't do it that day, they're just really trying to get someone to convince them, that there's something worth staying here for. Because if someone was 100% sure that's what they wanted to do, they would do it, leave a note, and that's it. But the fact that this was over the course of some time where he kept bringing it up, it's like he was not sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. No hesitation with that. No, you're absolutely right. Because when they tell somebody, stop me, hey, convince me, no. Like, I want somebody to change my mind, give me a good reason, tell me because from what we tell from the story, she stopped him plenty of times before.
Right.
But she decided, I guess, I'm going to get rich and famous off of this.
And that's so sad, man.
It's sad that fame and money is so important to people. That
that's a damn shame.
That you don't let somebody just kill themselves so you can benefit. Like, not because like you said, they're terminally ill or this is something they really, really want to do. It's so you can get rich and famous. Really?
Shit is wow.
We doing this?
Right? Like, this is. Oh man, I have another. Maybe we should save that story for another day. It's another situation where some person did some crazy stuff, and I'm like, I watched that video like, what is wrong with people?
Dude, they do the most, man.
It's crazy. Like, it can't be that real that you need to do such extreme things to get famous or to get noticed. Like,
it's insane. Like, look, the furthest I will ever go to get rich and famous, just being real, is to be like that girl who testified that she slept with Usher. That's about as far as I'm gonna go.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I slept with Beyonce, and I mean, I didn't get nothing, but
but I got her. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
To me, I don't know. That's just too much. Like,
and it's a sad story because
it's very sad.
The kid seemed like he was doing a lot.
Yeah. He was smart. They say he had a lot of things going for him. He was well liked. He was, respectful, responsible. It's just, sometimes people be in their heads so much that, they see problems or they, certain. I don't quite know how extreme his depression was or anyone else's, but some people can seem like they have a perfect life. Like, the perfect example would be celebrities. People be like, oh, they're rich and famous. They have money. How can they be depressed or why are they taking drugs? Like, you don't know what their life is like. You just see what it is from the outside.
One outlook that I've seen on this topic is that in a lot of cases is not that something is wrong with their life. It's just, perfect example. When you wake up feeling really good one day, and sometimes you wake up feeling really bad one day.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, they wake up feeling neither. You just feel nothing.
Like blah.
Blah. And that's a terrible feeling because a lot of people don't understand. When it comes to depression, it's not about feeling bad all the time. Sometimes you feel apathetic. But you want to feel something. That's why a lot of them do some kind of drugs, this, either to pass the time or to feel something.
Something.
Yeah, that's why my uncle used to drink a lot because he was just like, I want to feel something, it, just something, because we're not meant to feel nothing. Sadness, cool. Pain, cool. Happiness, cool. Nothing, you feel empty, and that empty sensation is sometimes overwhelming, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so with him, he could have the perfect life because I know people who have fantastic freaking lives, like they ain't got a care in the world, but they're depressed half the day because, like you said, sometimes they do look at the negatives of it. Like one of my perfect friends, who I won't name, who I asked previously, could I say the story? I do cover my bases.
Okay, okay.
Uh, she said, she's got the perfect job that she wants. She's got the perfect man. Everything's great. It's just some days she'll wake up and she'll say, well, does he really like me? Did I get this
Mm-hmm.
job because I'm talented, or is it because I'm beautiful? Because she's gorgeous and things. And sometimes the worst part is when they question themselves is they don't question themselves in a way where it's like, oh, of course it's this. Of course it's the answer. It's those questions that can go either way. Like, for example, you're funny, right?
I guess.
You're funny. Um, I know. Has it ever crossed your mind? Like, you're also, pretty. So has it ever crossed your mind that, although I just said that in passing, anyway, have it ever crossed your mind that, does this person talk to me because I'm funny, good to hang out with, or because I'm pretty? You.
All right. Yeah. Like, here's my thing.
Hmm?
Um, I've always, I feel like I've always got the attention, but in my head, it was because I was super cool, you
Hmm.
know? But then, as you get older, you become a lot more open to other things. You be like, okay, maybe it's this on top of the fact that I'm really cool, you know? So it does cross my mind. I used to be someone who thought everyone was my friend. Everyone, what they say is what it is. And I had to learn that, no, people usually have some ulterior motives. They're trying to get something out of you. They're trying to get with you, you know?
Hmm.
And so now I kind of look at things like, all right, what does this person want? But at the same time, I'm not going to be a bitch about it. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm just going to have that in my head, like, pay attention to this person and what they say, because it's going to show. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
If you're looking for it. If you are oblivious, you won't see the signs that's staring you right in the face. So yeah, I think about it like, what does the person really want? You know what I'm saying? I had a couple people who wanted to work with me, and I'm like, where's the mutual benefit? You know what I mean? I feel like they're just trying to use me,
Hmm.
because what was I really getting out of the deal? Nothing. I mean, something, but something I didn't want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, we're just not gonna do this. But I do, but at the same time, you have people who feel sad, like, okay, they only reach certain places because of their looks. And you see men say it all the time, oh, she only got there because she looks good, or she only got there because of this. All right, but what did she do once she got there? Did she make the
Hmm.
most out of that situation? Because
Hmm.
that's what I want to do. I don't care why I get to where I get, you know what I mean? But once I'm there, I'm going to show you that I'm qualified to be here, looks or no looks. You know what I'm saying? Funny or not. Like, I'm gonna be the best at this. So it don't
Hmm.
bother me. You know what I'm saying? It don't bother me at all.
And see, and that's the thing. Like, you're in some. How we said you can be in someone's bubble of comfort zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with this friend, I was trying to comfort her, and I always comfort my friends with the truth. Told her the sweetest thing I could possibly say, which in Jason terms, meaning it wasn't sweet at all, but it was at the same time. I said, if it makes you feel any better, you are a very pretty woman. You really are. But honestly, I don't give a shit if you're pretty.
Oh my goodness.
I said, in all honesty, you are a beautiful writer, and I read your articles all the time because they're really eloquent. Eloquent? Eloquent.
Eloquent.
And I was like, I don't see you all the time. I don't hang out with you all the time, but I read your work. I support you because you deliver good shit. So if anyone ever says it's because you're pretty, it's not because you're pretty. Shit. Nobody, at a certain point, people don't care if you're pretty. They really don't.
Yeah, if you don't have the qualifications to be somewhere, it don't last. Like even if a dude trying to get with you, he might initially get with you because of your looks, but if you have a trash personality, he's not going to stay. Not a man of quality anyway.
I love that. Man of quality.
Because a piece of shit will stay because he's a piece of shit as well. You know.
I've always had one fear, and I still to this day I can't shake it. Basically, like, okay, there are two camps. There are people that I'm cool with and people that I'm not. There is no people that I'm okay with. You're either I'm cool with you or I'm not.
Okay.
And if I'm cool with you, I do nice things for people that I'm cool with because I honestly get a kick out of doing nice things for people that I'm cool with / friends. I just like that. I like to make their day better. I'm weird. That's my way of expressing emotions because I'm not good at emotions. He says on this show about emotions.
Right?
But my fear that I can't shake is that some of my friends think that I do nice things or say nice things to them because I have an end goal. I really don't.
Wow.
Because I got into an argument. We'll end on this. I got into an argument with somebody about this. I've helped you all your life. And have I ever asked a single thing of you other than to shut up every once in a while?
Wow. Really? What an ass.
And I was just like, it's just weird because, like, with me, I'll help my friends because I like you guys. I generally like you guys. And if I tell someone what they write, and I won't lie to them, if you write something or you make something like with your videos, I really like your videos. Your videos have actually meant something to me.
Okay.
Tell you, I'm not going to BS you and say, oh, these are fantastic if they were crap. If they were crap, I would tell you, hey, you need to do this better because it's crap.
Oh my goodness.
No, because that's comic book artist that I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
She writes a lot about depression. She writes a lot about this too, but she also talks about, how she makes through the day and whatnot. And before we did this episode, she put I guess it was a quote. I don't know what it was. Would you rather be destroyed by criticism or what was it? It was good. Hold up.
It was good.
You said what now?
No, I just mocked you. It was good.
It was good. I would rather be saved by criticism than ruined by praise.
Mm.
That's
deep as hell,
because
actually.
I know, right? She came on the fly. I was like, look at you. Go ahead, girl. I can't pronounce your name. Go ahead.
Wow.
I cannot pronounce her name.
That is crazy.
She's cool people, though. I get to, I've hung out with her once or twice, but I haven't got to, like, she's going to be at Dragon Con, so I had to check it out with her. Anyway, side note. But no, one good thing that people do nowadays is a lot of people are speaking out about it. I mean, The Rock has spoken out about depression.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite writers, David Walker, who's a really good guy. He spoke out about it. And it needs to be a conversation, needs to be a dialogue. And these people who are, I'm not saying it's wrong to talk to people who have depression. It's not wrong. They're not
It's
lepers.
not wrong. Right.
It is wrong to push them, to doing that. That's wrong.
Yeah, you don't push somebody to do it. Like, what the hell?
Right. That's like, and I hate to use reference again, but that's like putting too many sprinkles on ice cream. You just don't do that.
I mean, like, why?
There's only so many sprinkles you put on ice cream.
Yeah, I like the chocolate crunchies.
Oh, those are good though. I'm just saying. But you can't be having none of that. I'm just saying.
I know. Not for a while. No junk food for me.
Right. That's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. That Caribbean trip, she just had too much of that.
Too much junk, guys.
Hey.
Too much junk.
One day I'll go on vacation like you. One day.
Right.
You're going to have to fly solo one week. That's going to be interesting.
That's going to be interesting as hell.
Dude, watch you knock out a perfect episode. I'm going to look crazy.
You funny.
Look, I'm just saying, the number 1 and number 2 episodes that we have on this show, I say almost no words. What's really going on? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I'm still tripping. Your debut episode is still like your debut episode is number 4.
Number 4, we out here. Let me
Right.
stop.
That's your debut. Your best episode is number 2. Like I'm just confused.
Nice.
Look at you over here like Seth Rollins just dominating the chart there.
I love me some Seth Rollins too. Don't get me started.
I'm just saying. Where can we find you, little lady?
Guys, you can find me on YouTube at Haven Rain, on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, Haven_Rain. It's all there.
And you can find us on Twitter. Twitter? At Comic John. We're also on SoundCloud and my brain turned off. iTunes, Google Play, Podbean. Did you know we have a Pinterest? Like, did I tell you that?
I think you told me, kinda.
Just so you know, that Pinterest, like, I didn't know it was our Pinterest. So, like, I started, like, reblogging stuff. Let's just say it's just as bad as the Tumblr. Like,
oh no, not Tumblr. Tumblr has corrupted my mind.
You too? I got lost in Tumblr yesterday. I was gone.
Every night.
BTW, I found you on Tumblr, but I'm definitely not following you. That's not what's up.
Yeah, Tumblr. But I don't do nothing crazy on Tumblr. I'm very regular on Tumblr.
See, me too. But I'm all over the place. But you don't want to follow me on Tumblr. You don't want to follow me. Unless you like quotes, because I love mad quotes. That's most.
I like quotes. I definitely like quotes.
So you should follow me on Tumblr. That's what you need to do.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, but Pinterest, stay away from that. Just be real. No, it's like tasteful stuff on there, but you should really just stay away from it though. On the real.
Yeah, I don't want to get lost in Pinterest.
Ooh, you never come back. Ooh, but wonderful people. We had to end of some, happy, joy, as they say. So we'll see y'all wonderful people Saturday as the return of As the Heel Turn.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Laters.